In the shadowy corridors of Cold War paranoia, where secrets whispered louder than truths, the Central Intelligence Agency embarked on one of its most controversial and chilling operations, Project MKUltra. It was a program that delved into the human mind, seeking control over thoughts, actions, and even reality itself. But what began as a covert response to enemy tactics became a harrowing chapter in history, filled with deceit, unethical experiments, and unimaginable consequences. This is the story of MKUltra, the CIA's secret mind control experiments. The year was 1953. The Cold War was at its peak, and the United States feared that its adversaries, particularly the Soviet Union, had discovered techniques to manipulate the human mind. Paranoia spread like wildfire. Could brainwashing turn loyal soldiers into double agents? Could hypnosis make someone commit an act against their will? The CIA, desperate to gain an edge in this psychological arms race, launched Project MKUltra under the leadership of Alle, then director of the CIA. The aim of MKUltra was as ambitious as it was sinister: to discover methods of controlling the human mind. The CIA sought ways to break individuals' willpower, extract secrets during interrogations, and even create unwitting assassins, a concept popularized by the term Manchurian Candidate. These goals pushed the boundaries of science and ethics, as operatives experimented with drugs, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, and psychological torture. One of the most infamous tools of MKUltra was LSD, a powerful hallucinogen. CIA operatives believed that LSD could unlock hidden truths, render individuals more compliant, or even wipe memories entirely. Unwitting subjects, including prisoners, mental health patients, and even ordinary civilians, were dosed without their consent, often in horrifying experiments. Subjects experienced vivid hallucinations, emotional breakdowns, and in some cases, permanent psychological damage. But LSD was just the beginning. Researchers used electroshock therapy, sensory isolation, and extreme physical and psychological stress to push the human mind to its limits. In some cases, the experiments bordered on outright torture. Institutions like hospitals, universities, and prisons became unwitting collaborators, as the CIA funneled money into research under the guise of legitimate grants. Among the most tragic stories of MKUltra was the case of Frank Olson, a CIA biochemist who was covertly dosed with LSD by his colleagues. Days later, Olson fell, or was pushed, from a hotel window to his death. Officially ruled a suicide, the case remains shrouded in mystery and controversy, with many believing it was a cover-up for something far darker. Another harrowing account comes from the Alle Memorial Institute in Montreal, Canada, where Dr. Donald Ewan Cameron conducted experiments as part of MKUltra. Patients seeking treatment for minor mental health issues were subjected to psychic driving, a method involving repeated audio loops and prolonged drug-induced comas. These patients were left with shattered minds, unable to recall even basic aspects of their lives. In 1975, the veil of secrecy around MKUltra began to lift, thanks to investigations by the Church Committee and revelations by journalists. The public was shocked to learn about the CIA's experiments on its own citizens, many of whom were unaware they had even participated. Though much of the program's documentation was destroyed in 1973 under CIA Director Richard Helms, the surviving records painted a damning picture of systemic abuse and unchecked power. MKUltra officially ended in the early 1970s, but its legacy casts a long shadow. It revealed the dangerous extent to which government agencies could operate in secrecy, violating the rights and dignity of their own citizens. Today, questions remain: how much of MKUltra's findings influenced later programs? Were there other undisclosed experiments? And most chillingly, could similar programs still exist in some form? Project MKUltra serves as a grim reminder of the consequences of unchecked power and the erosion of ethical boundaries in the name of national security. It is a story of ambition, paranoia, and human suffering, a chapter of history that forces us to ask, how far are we willing to go in the name of progress? And at what cost? Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the most infamous and unsettling episodes in CIA history. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore more hidden chapters of the past. Until next time, stay curious and stay vigilant.